Sandy. They come in with the record of 0-6 last year. They went 17-15. They went 10-6 as they play out of the MEAC. The Foxes, again, get to this game. Again, the winner of this game will garner 7th place in the tournament. Marist with losses to Maryland on Friday, 68-43, and then to Loyola of Marymount, 76-70. And that game was played on Saturday. Off day yesterday. We play here for the 7th place, 8th place determination. And the Red Foxes gathering around head coach Jeff Bauer and assistant coaches as well. And they are Paul Lee, Eugene Burrows, Brian Adams, and Director of Basketball Operations Denny Glunt.
I think, Dean, it's going to be very important for the Foxes to get off to a good start. They, of course, have had early on slumps at the beginning, or not slumps, just slow getting out of the gate. But if they can do that here, get off to a good start, maybe they can come away with win number 1. With a play-by-play, my friend and colleague, Mr. Dean Darling.
And the tap is controlled by the home-cladded, white-shirted Morgan State Bears. They will go from left to right here at the outset of this ball game. Justin Block will dribble on the right side, dip it down to the long left-hander. That's Childs. They return the post pass, and Childs will spin and shoot over Kemp and rim it in. So it's a 2-0 Morgan State lead.
Kid out of Patterson Catholic, huge target inside. Marist going to have to ball deny him. You can't play behind him.
It's hard to bring it across for the Foxes. Hart, Lewis, Bowie, Kemp, and Prinsloo start out. Just the way the lineup has been over the last several games. Hart dribbles hard to the wing on the near side. Up pops Lewis. Lewis to the right. Live dribble. Heads to the basket. Layup attempt wide. Follow up by Kemp, and he missed it. But a follow and a foul.
I think it's going to go on Childs as well.
So the foul will go against Bozeman, who tried to get Kemp, tried to strip him of the ball on the way out.
Bozeman, born in Berkeley, California, the son of the coach. It's got to be a pretty unique relationship.
Really?
You can't hide from the coach when he's mad at you.
No, that's for sure. Dinner table could be tough. Kemp at the free throw line, where it's been a problem this year, 6 of 14, but he makes the first one at 42%. Did not play in the Elon game, the only home game of the year, as he had suffered an ankle injury against Stony Brook, but it appears to be okay. Preseason second-team All-MAC candidate. Glances off the left side of the rim. It's 2-1. Morgan State in the lead. Morgan State to the front court. Anthony Hubbard with it. He'll fly it the opposite way for Bozeman. High bounce pass now for Hubbard. Now they send it down again to Childs. Childs skip it on the opposite way for Bozeman and a three, and he bottled it in. Bozeman, who's 59% of his shots are threes, hits his first of the ball game.
Well, they're going right inside at Adam Kemp. You know what they're thinking is Marist is not the same team offensively when Adam is not on the floor, so they're trying to get him fouls, and they've been able to kick it outside and get some buckets.
Kemp's got it on the right block, backing down hard against Childs. Missed an easy one, got it back, spinning, turning, lost the ball on the way up, got it back, push it up, and it rimmed in. Well, great fortitude that time by Kemp. And he gets Marist's first field goal. It's 5-3 Morgan State.
Some toughness by Adam down there, grasping that rebound and muscling it in.
Left side, they went with it. It started the offense. Now on the right side, down to Childs. Right block, spinning left-hander over top Kemp. Too hard. And a rebound off of bounds picked up by Lewis. Pushing tempo. Lob ahead for Bowie. The natural left-hander comes in. Layup wide. Follows his own miss. Rims out. And Prinsloo with a tip, and it went off the mark. The other way we go with Morgan State leading it 5-3, 2 minutes old.
Boy, has that lid been on this year for the Foxes.
Here is Childs, faked at the foul line for a jumper, dip it down low for a nice move to Justin Black. And Justin Black has put his team out in front 7-3, the leading score at 16.3 a game.
Black out of legendary DeMatha High School down in the Baltimore, Maryland area.
Lewis coming up from the right, got clipped as he was going under the basket. It looked like an up and under move, and draws a two-shot foul.
Well, you mentioned the free throw woes. As a team, this Morgan State team, that's been their problem the last couple of years. And maybe through the reign of Coach Bozeman, they do not make their free throws. And Marist, if they don't get more points from the free throw line than Morgan State, they're in trouble.
And a close game, that could be a big difference. Now, Lewis, who just made 7 of 7 the other day against Loyola Marymount, misses on the first one. 72% accuracy overall in the year. 5 times in double figures in 6 games. Here's the second one from Siobhan, and he hits it. 7-4 Morgan State full possession lead. We played 2:25. Out front with it is Hubbard. Wheel it off on the left. Now opposite way to Black. Black on the sideline. Picked up by Lewis. Looks to shake and bake to the paint. Got caught in here. Dipped it down to Childs. Working on Kemp. Shot. Rolls around and in.
I'll tell you what, if it turns into a battle of the low posts, Marist will take it. Of course, the thinking being that Adams a little bit more polished on both ends of the floor than Ian Childs. But Ian Childs has been great so far.
Hart, swim it down to Kemp. Left block. Backing down on Childs, who reached in, got away with it. Shoulders up on him. Shot and got fouled. Childs a little bit unhappy with the aggressive physical style of Kemp that time. Just pushed him. 2 shots for Kemp. Childs in his first, 3rd on the team.
Ian's a big dude, 7'2", 270. He's battled back problems all through his career, largely because of his size. You're that big. Remember when he used to go interview Rick Smith at his hotel room? He had like 3 chairs at the end of the bed.
Yep.
That's what Mr. Childs has to deal with as well.
Adam Kemp coming off a season-high 11 against Loyola Marymount. Just missed again at the free throw line. Man. And as a team, the Foxes have hit half, 2 for 4. This one is good.
It's been a duty-free free throw line in this tournament for the Foxes.
Not just this tournament.
Yeah, right. But they have done, actually probably have done better in this tournament than they've had on the year.
Shot 22 of 28 the other day against Loyola Marymount. That's 79%. Bauer will take that any day.
Yeah, that's why they only lost by 6. One of the big reasons.
Here's Black with the ball on the right side, left-hander. Loves to go left most of the time. Opposite way for Hubbard. Using a screen, works to the right of the circle, got an extra hop there and called for the walk.
Good job by Peter Prinsloo.
Peter Prinsloo has had a good start to his senior year. When you look at some of his numbers, he's played the exact amount of minutes he played the entire year last year, and he's got the same amount of points, 1 more rebound, 1 more block. Full court pressure from the Bears.
That's because of Jeff Bauer's analytical stuff. It would chart out that way, right?
It's Lewis going in for a reverse layup. No good, and a slam by Prinsloo. Off the miss by Lewis. Follow Prinsloo, 9-7. Foxes trail by 2. Cruising inside for a runner there, and missing it was Black. And a walk after he picked it back up. And the ball back to the Foxes.
Beautiful sequence by Mr. Peter Prinsloo. He moved his feet on defense at the other end, didn't pick up the foul, stayed in his stance. Came down on the follow-up there, went down the other side of the floor, got big, didn't pick up a foul, and Marist gets the ball back.
Hart with the ball in the backcourt, now crosses to the midcourt. They're lobbing that ball out to midcourt to Kemp against the defensive pressure, and they've beaten it easily a couple times. Hart with it. New player in the game, Kyle Thomas, wearing 21 for Morgan State. Defensively, Lewis to pull up on the right elbow. Bit too strong, rattled out. Rebound again, Childs. Childs will outlet it down to Blossom, Cedric Blossom. Up comes Child, right side. They go to Bozeman. Bozeman down low, shuffled off, and to Childs, and Childs scores. So Childs, who's ringing up some points early in this one, has put his team back in front by 4.
Yeah, Childs and Bozeman doing all the scoring so far for the Bears.
Childs has 6 of their points. Working inside Hart, runner to the lane is blocked. Out of bounds. As Hart challenged, and he's been good off the penetration of the dribble so far this season, but that one knocked out of bounds. Timeout on the court. We played 4 minutes and 36 seconds. 11-7, Morgan State.
Step into a world where there's no one there but the very best. No MC can say.
I'm not saying I'm number 1. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Rated E for everyone.
Now that I am free, soak up the sun, swim the sea. This is how
Come visit my island, the United States Virgin Islands.
Discover how life is meant to be. Call your travel agent today.
Teams kind of works in progress, trying to feel it out from last year and become better teams as you move into the tournament and then at the end of the season.
Hart's shot was knocked out of bounds off a block by Childs. They have 2 blocks in the ball game. Marist possession. Out front with it is Khalid Hart. He actually has his aunts here watching him. Great-grandfather residing in the Virgin Isles. Prinsloo with the ball. Left corner deep. Bowie back out front. Lewis. Lewis leading scorer on the team. 15.2 a game. Gallops inside. Runner rattles in.
Well, it's a 2-3 zone by the Bears that time. And finding the seam with Javon Lewis. And, of course, that quick first step in a basket for the Foxes.
Foxes have hit 3 of their first 11 shots. Lewis with 3 points. Black with it. Had it tipped away momentarily by Lewis. Comes off to Blossom for the runner inside is good. So that is Cedric Blossom averaging 6.3 a game. 13-9, Bears lead it.
That one was a little bit of a prayer, but it should have fallen. His dad's a pastor.
That's right. That's right. With it is Hart, left elbow, lost the grip, regained it. Picked up by Bozeman, now to Lewis. Outside the arc left, screened by Prinsloo. Between the legs with the dribble. Sends it the opposite way on the right sideline. Down low now to Kemp using window, no good. Follow, no good as well. And finally picked up here by the Bears. Pushing from left to right, it's Bozeman with the ball. Bounce it high for Childs. He went to send it down low there for Blossom when it was stripped. Last touch by a Fox. Out goes Blossom. Checking in for the first time is Emmanuel Matei, a freshman from Greenbelt, Maryland. Boy, do they love to recruit that Maryland area in Virginia.
They sure do.
Matei with it. Now up top for Blossom. Over on the right to Black. Black quiet so far. He's been held to just 2 points, 1 of 2 shooting.
They'll dip into Northern Virginia, look at the Washington area, but that's their bread and butter right down in that area, Dean, no question about it.
4-point lead for Morgan State. Here's a skip pass to Matei. He'll shovel it late for Childs. Fade jumper window good.
Well, Childs right now, I got to say it, is schooling Adam Kemp a little bit down low.
And he's got 8 points already in this one, 15-9.
You got to reach around a little bit and deny him the ball. You can't let the big fella get the ball that close to the basket.
4 of 5 shooting for Childs. Here's Lewis exploding the baseline. Goes up left hand, pinned on the glass there by Childs. 7'2", got up there and blocked the shot by Lewis. The other way, Matei. Lead it on to the left for Thomas. Thomas back out front, Matei. Whip it up now to Blossom. And here on the near sideline, touching it up, is Justin Black, a senior from Washington, D.C., 3rd team all-conference a year ago out of the MEAC. Behind the back dribble. Lewis stays right with him, now crosses over, went to bounce it down. He got it to Blossom, shot clock under 10. Blossom bodying up on Prinsloo, denied under the basket. Bounce on the perimeter, back out front. Here's the jumper by Black, swish. Well, they use the shot clock, and they finally get a good look, and they've doubled the lead at 18-9.
The leading scorer, Justin Black, with a smooth J from the top of the key.
Morgan State 18 and Marist 9, 12.5 left first half.
And another slow start for the Foxes.
They had a great start against Loyola Marymount, led by 13 in that ball game, but foul problems put them down. It's Lewis. He threw out an elbow going to the baseline drive. Good call there by the official. He picked right up on it. An offensive foul on Siobhan Lewis.
I'd like to see Siobhan keep his body language a little bit more. He's a guy who plays with emotion, so it's hard for him to do. But sometimes he doesn't have a poker face. He wears it right out there. And I think he was frustrated because of the defensive effort last time off the floor was so good. And they just managed to find an open guy at the end of the clock and hit a jumper. Can't do much about that. Don't go down the other side and be frustrated.
And here's a reach in from behind. Making the call there is Brian Shea, today's referee. It's against Bowie, number 1 on him, 2nd on the team. Morgan State really using the bench. By the way, in for the Foxes now is TJ Curry, wearing number 32.
I don't think we've seen Hart and TJ Curry a lot together in the backcourt at the same time. Still experimental. There's a nice turnover. Marist gets it back.
Yeah, Shaquille Duncan, who just got into the lineup. He got the ball on the end line. He bobbled it. He was going out of bounds with it, tried to whip it back, but he was called for the out of bounds. Ball back to the Foxes. 8 minutes old, 18-9. Morgan State as we come to you from the Paradise Jam here in the Virgin Islands.
Shaquille Duncan turned his ankle a little bit in practice yesterday. Of all things, he was running across the floor and tripped on a ball, stepped on it.
Here's Hart looking to move in style, and he got called for the extra step. He come to a quick stop when he was dragging the pivot foot, and we get a timeout as the Foxes turn it over, trailing by 9 with 11:50 left here in the first half. You listen to Marist Basketball on the Red Fox Network.
Spectacular views of the Caribbean are just the beginning at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort. Discover a place where turquoise waters meet clear blue skies, where fine dining and poolside bars delightfully coexist, where fun and relaxation are an art form. A Marriott dream vacation awaits you here on the island of St. Thomas, the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's all here at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort.
UVI is closer than you think.
At UVI, the beach is closer than you think.
At UVI, the professors are closer than you think.
At UVI, your success is closer than you think.
The University of the Virgin Islands is closer than you think. Call us today or visit our website.
Welcome to Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort. Experience the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort, Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. No passport required. Welcome to Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort.
Delaware State, Maryland Eastern Shore, Hampton, and Coppin State through the years. Those are the MEAC schools the Foxes have played. Morgan State, of course, team from the MEAC.
Yeah, that's right. And actually in a preseason poll, pick number 2. With it is Hubbard. Wheel it back out front, Matei. Over to Duncan, near side to Black. Picked up defensively. Shading him is Curry. Curry tries to avoid the screen. Now they work it over on a jumper by Duncan, and he missed it. And the follow there is no good as well. Trying to put it back in was Matei. It's Hart to rush out. Hart will dip it out for a wide open 3. Siobhan Lewis in and out. Rebound Bowie, outlet out front. You know, they had Curry wide open. They didn't get him the ball.
Didn't you see the wheels go on in Siobhan's head, though, when he got the ball? Just shoot it. Shoot it.
Well, yeah, Curry actually opened it. That's who it should have gone to because he's a high percentage three-point shooter. It's Kemp backing down hard. He'll shade to the left. He'll go up and under on a drop step. And another foul. Did they get it on Childs? We wait to see. No, it's not on Childs. Looks like it might be on Shaquille Duncan. So that's the first on him. 4 in the team. Kemp back to the free throw line. We're in the ball game. He's hit half of his 4 attempts. He's got 2 rebounds, 4 points. Kemp, again, one of the tri-captains on this year's Marist team.
Need a big effort out of the big fella today to come away with victory number 1.
Problem with Kemp is keeping him on the floor.
Absolutely.
He, in this tournament, is averaging only 22.5 minutes a game. That's just a little bit more than half. He's averaging 9 points and 7.5 rebounds. He makes 2 right there. He shot well from the field, but Ed, he's only taken 11 shots from the field before today's game in 2 games.
Not enough. Got to fight for the ball more, and the guards got to get it to him.
18-11 Morgan State. Hubbard, this is a very deliberate offense. Again, they look to Childs outside the lane right to the free throw line. Duncan, he's going inside, up and under of a double pumper, no good, and it's saved off the bounce by Lewis. Siobhan to the head of the key. Whip it out. Hart, spot up 3. Money.
There you go. Don't think about it. Just fire it. You mentioned the deliberate nature of the offense. What they're trying to do is pound it inside and get fouls on Adam. And Adam has been good in that department, not picking up any silly ones.
And Duncan again fires away. Curry came for the rebound. It was tipped away, but it went to Kemp. Fox is down 4, 10-10 left, first 20. Lewis with it on the left side of the perimeter. Back out front to Curry. Calling for the ball is Bowie. They stay on the right side. Now the handoff to the point guard, Khalid Hart. Khalid had 3 assists and 1 turnover against Loyola Marymount in the last game out. Kemp, dip it to Hart. Another 3 was partially blocked by Duncan, who challenged the shot on the perimeter. Outlet now for Bozeman. Inside Matei for the runner, short. They got a piece of it, Siobhan Lewis. Now Hart coming down quickly between the legs, cuts to the center of the court, and works to the right sideline in front of the Morgan State bench.
That last block, the one thing about Morgan State, they've got size, but they're long. Guys with a lot of reach, long arm spans.
Lewis, jab step left, double team, hook it to Curry, fired off to Hart, down low baseline Bowie, skip it to Curry, mishandled, and he's called for a double dribble. He actually dribbled it, picked it up, and dribbled again.
He took an eye on the clock and saw there was only 7 seconds and kind of rushed things a little bit.
Foxes now with 3 turnovers to match the same number for Morgan State. 9:13 left first half, 18-14 Morgan State. They've led throughout.
Isaiah Morton. And the ball game for the Foxes, along with Peter Prinsloo, giving Adam his first break. I think here, Coach Bauer will probably rest Adam till right after the media timeout, bring him back.
Here's a near steal by Lewis. Then he got another chance at it, but he poked it to the Morgan State bench. Good overplay by Siobhan, whose actual steals are down in the early season. He's only had 4 in the first 6 games, and he led the MAC last year.
He sure did. He's not anticipating. That's got to get back to his game. That's what his steals were coming from.
Staying outside, the Bears. Left side with it is Justin Black. A lot of times he goes left out of this. Now he'll pull on the J, and it bottled out. Rebound put back, no good again. That time a great opportunity by Hubbard, and it's wrestled down by Prinsloo of Marist. Foxes go Lewis, Morton, Prinsloo with Curry and Bowie.
Jeff Carter behind the bench over there with Khalid Hart on the floor trying to stretch him out. We'll try to get a report.
Curry with it. Left wing extended, stops, foul line delivery. Prinsloo back to Curry. He'll dump it off now to Lewis, staying outside the sphere. Siobhan, soft toss to Morton, in a woeful shooting slump. Only one of his last 18 has he made on threes. Ball fake to Bowie, left elbow 3, good. That's the guy that needs to shoot the threes. He led him in percentage last year, 18-17. Marist down 1.
Squares his shoulders and always gets good looks, Mr. Bowie. Way to go.
27% on threes, but now taking the good-looking shots. Spinning inside, beautiful move by Blossom against Bowie. Coming over late was Prinsloo, 20-17, the Bears.
Blossom out of Columbia, Maryland. The pretty shot right there.
And he averages just 6 a game. Another 3 by Bowie, same spot, same type of delivery, same result.
And we are tied at 20, Mr. Darling.
So Bowie back-to-back triples has helped fuel Marist on this comeback. Now a miss by Duncan, and the small T.J. Curry will pull down the rebound defensively. He'll leave it out to Morton. He'll step into a 3, and it's short. Rebound, Bowie in traffic, layup, good.
Oh, 8 points.
Bowie has scored 8 in a row, and it's 22-20.
Jay Bowie hustling down the floor.
First lead of the game for the Foxes, and the Fox bench is up making some noise. Here's Black with the ball, straight on, jitterbugging with it, dip it to the corner. There for Hubbard. Back out front to Duncan. Ever since they took Childs out, they've gone into a funk. Childs rushes up to the scorer's table, and he's going to be coming in. Timeout called by Morgan State, a short one.
Well, you know what it is, Dean? When the Marist is not the same with Adam Kemp when he's out of the offense. When you got a big fella like this, 7'2", 270, when Childs isn't there, their offense isn't the same. You got to make those adjustments. You become 2 different teams when you lose those big post players. Ian Childs, born in Manhattan, his goal is to play in the NBA when you're 7'2". Why not? The big slew. Been a good player for them.
Fox's Ed got down 18-9 at the 11:50 mark, and nearly 5 minutes since that time, they've gone off on a 13-2 run to take a 22-20 lead, and Bowie back-to-back triples and then a putback.
Beautiful sequence by Jay Bowie. Always hustling, the glue guy for the Red Foxes. You know, why did Marist have a tough year towards the end from January on last year? No Jay Bowie.
Yep. Bowie missed all that time.
His numbers aren't going to jump out at you, but he does everything so well, and he's a good teammate.
Childs has it blocked by Prinsloo. Got it back. Attempt is good. So they got Childs back into the lineup, and he has tied it at 22. And Childs having himself a good ball game here against Marist. He's got a total now of 8 points. Left side, Morton. Back to Bowie. Challenge to the paint, and we have a block foul. Again, just around that restricted zone there was Anthony Hubbard, and Anthony Hubbard can't believe the call. He thought it was an offensive charge. He was going down the other way. Now he goes angrily to his bench. Media timeout, 6:30 left first half. We're tied up at 22. You're listening to Marist Basketball on the Red Fox Network.
With the orderly on duty, please come to reception.
Hi, I'm Fran Palmerico, GM. You know, these days, many patients are complaining about the added stress.
Imagine the power of a giant TV production truck in a compact, portable video production system. NewTek TriCaster has everything you need for a network-style video production. Camera switching, graphics, special effects, virtual sets, and more. You can stream your production live to the internet and record up to 8 separate channels of HD video all in one system. NewTek TriCaster. It's a television studio in a box. Find out more at newtek.com.
Now, as you can see, don't you love technology? Yeah, no problem. There we go. How are the girls? Uh-huh.
Come on, boy, just a little.
Scott. Business is tough, but with great offers at avis.com, we give you the space to turn your business trip into a bizcation. Avis, it's your space.
We are World Vision, and we believe in children. We believe in God's calling to share our lives with them, to share a meal, to share water, to share love, to share a full life.
If you believe, share with a child today at worldvision.org/share.
Versus Iona. 6:30 remaining here in the first half, and we are tied at 22.
Also, congratulations to the Marist women who won 2 out of 3 games this past weekend out in Columbus, Ohio. Great win against Old Dominion in overtime yesterday after giving Ohio State fits a couple days before that.
Show you how great Brian Georges has done. Some of the grumpier Marist fans are wondering why they didn't win all 3. But they did excellent against the Ohio State University, didn't they?
That was in the Hall of Fame Challenge. Bowie at the free throw line makes the first one, and Bowie, what a line so far. He's got 9 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 on threes, and just made his first field goal. Bowie short this time, 23-22 Marist. Quickly to the front court, Black. Trailer was Childs, back to Black, and they'll give it to the point guard, Blake Bozeman, 6'2" junior from Bowie, Maryland. On the left, Black going left, baseline, delivery last second for Childs, and a push before the pass. So it'll be an inbound situation.
Second on Siobhan Lewis. Got to be careful now. Now they're going to take him out. Here comes Manny Thomas.
So Lewis will go out. And actually, Lewis has 2 of their 3 team fouls here in the ballgame.
Yeah, you got to keep your franchise player in the game. Can't let him pick up his 3rd here in the first half. He may be done for the half team. We'll keep our eye on that for you.
Remember, they lost Kemp with 12-12 left in that game against Loyola Marymount. They had a 13-point lead that they saw only lead by 1 at halftime. Here's a shovel pass inside for the fade. Jumper good by Cedric Blossom. Under the 6-minute mark. And it's now Morgan State 24-23.
Cedric, he shoots 47% from the field, so a good shooter. Knows his range and is able to hit from there.
Curry outlet for Bowie. He's challenged by Bozeman. Now to Morton. Morton will dip it to Bowie. Straight on 3. Good again by Bowie. Bowie, 3 triples in the ball game, and Bowie's got 12.
Keep it up, Jay Bowie. You'll really be enjoying that turkey in a couple of days.
Mom here in attendance. Here's a mid-post pass for Childs, roughed up by Prinsloo, shoots over Prinsloo, and a foul. They point out at 34 Prinsloo.
Childs got it in the side of the face just a little bit.
So Ian Childs, a large man at 7'2" and 260 pounds, and he is a kid that comes out of the area of Cliffside Park, New Jersey. Ed touched on it, played at the famous high school, Patterson Catholic.
Great school down in that area.
Now, he only shoots 50% at the free throw line. Ed, you talked about that, about the poor free throw shooting of the Bears so far this season. As a team, they shoot 52.4%.
They struggled last year as well from the free throw line. Obviously, they work on it, and they work on it, and they work on it, and you just hope the day you're playing them, they don't, put it up about 62, 63%, because that changes everything. They're so athletic and quick and good defenders. It's sometimes leaving it at the line in these games.
There's your 50%. Makes the first, miss the second. Would you believe that's the first time they've gone to the free throw line in the ball game?
Yes.
Or 14.5 old. Morton along the baseline. Circles under the basket. Out front, Prinsloo for a three. And it's too strong. Easy rebound for Childs. Childs now with 5 boards in the ball game. Justin Block. Leave it out for Bozeman. Up top now for Childs on the left. Matei. Here comes Bozeman, now on the right side to Black. Childs posting over Kemp, right side, who puts his chest into him, missed it. Prinsloo wraps down the rebound. Prinsloo was telling me between his sophomore and junior year of high school, he grew 3 inches.
Yeah.
There's Thomas going to the paint, whipping out to Curry, open for a 3. It's no good. Long rebound controlled by Blossom of Morgan State.
Well, they got Bowie out of the slump, but the rest of the team still struggling from the range.
Morgan State possession going left to right here in the opening half. Outside the lane right. It's Childs. Quick pass underneath. And a shot attempt there was no good by Bozeman. It was blocked. Comes out the block. Black, I should say. Picked up man fashion by Thomas. Shot clock rolls at 13. Marist bench up. Applauding the defensive effort of their fellow Foxes.
Well, they're looking for the stop now. You don't want to get a foul.
Here's the hand to Bozeman. Aiming up a 3. Well off the rim. And a hard rebound came off for a second. Black had it, but he couldn't handle. Then Morton jitterbugging down the court, lost the grip, got it, used a screen by Thomas. Now he's double teamed. He'll flip it to Thomas. Thomas outside now. They got to get some spacing for this offensive set. Under 4 left here. We'll get another media timeout on the next stoppage. Marist leads by 1.
Fox has got 2 guys really struggling out here, Morton and Thomas. They would love to figure out a way to get them going. And Isaiah Morton just throws up one that almost goes in the ocean.
Yeah, it actually didn't catch the rim. It caught glass left side on a 3. Foxes lead by 1. Defensive side. Childs pushes it in over top of Kemp. Childs comes up wincing a little bit as well. But he's okay. Getting back to the defensive end. He's having himself a first half with 13 points.
He really is playing very well inside.
Morton with it. Picked up defensively by Matei. Stops. Pops out Curry. Straight on. Prinsloo to screen for him. Goes by the screen. Dump it last second to Kemp. And Kemp missed it. Follow. Kemp no good again. I believe the piece was gotten there by Childs. Foxes maintain possession, but 6 on the shot clock. The bench lets him know. Now Morton looks to dip into a 3 off a pump fake. Shot an air ball. Here's the outlet. And Curry coming back defensively. Help run interference. Ball bounds. He'll get it when we come back. 27 to 26.
Corbally, Gartland, and Rapelier, in existence since 1876.
This is your 4-minute.
Rated E for everyone.
Come visit my island, the United States Virgin Islands.
Discover how life is meant to be. Call your travel agent today.
Hello, artist. Mr. Jeffrey Brault. Game time, 2:15. Marist women, despite all the injuries, Steve, now playing very good basketball, 2-4 on the season.
Yeah, big wins against Bowling Green and also against Old Dominion, and a very close loss to Ohio State in between. So
that's the Ohio State.
That's right. I didn't know it's football. This is Morton with it in the background.
I think the school put that out to a message out to all the media types that they preferred to be known as the Ohio State.
Left corner delivery to Thomas. Down low, Kemp got a little bit of spacing with the dribble, but he missed it coming up from the left to the right. Again, Khalid Hart remains out. So at point guard position, it is Morton. They'll go down defensively, got it low, and posting there was Anthony Hubbard, and he puts the lead out to 3 at 29-26 for the Bears.
Well, Adam went up big, and Hubbard just really schooled him well down in there.
As Morton looked to go by his defender, Matei, and he tried to shovel it right next door to Kemp. I'm not sure why he would show that pass right there, but in any event, it's a turnover on Marist, their 5th of the ball game.
It's been a horror show all season long so far by Isaiah. Needs to get it going. Hubbard, by the way, didn't you mention him? He was recruited by Iona along with Penn State and Rutgers. Glad he didn't go to Iona the way he's playing here.
Justin Black was driving it to the right, and he just knocked it off his shoe, it appeared. But they're saying, no, it went off the Marist defender. No beef from the Foxes. I thought Black acted like it went off his boot.
All right, so they reset the shot clock. They only had 2 seconds on it.
Matei with it, give it up to Black. Now reverse it out front to Bozeman. They'll play catch. Fox is nestling into that 2-3 zone. Childs, big, long, looping jumper over Kemp, and Kemp's called on the clip.
I just before credited Adam Kemp with going up strong and having a great job there of not picking up the foul. That one, you got to go up vertically. If you go out just a little, or you stick your hand out like that, you're a big guy, what happens, Dean? You hear that whistle in your ear. They're not going to let you get away with it. But a good job by Childs kind of like leaning in there and picking up the foul.
And again, he's 1 for 2 at the line, and as a team, that's as many free throws as they've taken in this one.
Childs will need that tactic if he makes it to the NBA or plays in Europe. I'm sure he will. He's that kind of player.
First foul on Kemp. Each team with 5, 1:46 left in the first half. Childs a year ago, 32 games as a junior, 29 starts, averaged 9 points, 54 blocks, shot 53% from the field. And he makes the second. There he goes again, shoot 50%. It's 30-26. Morgan State's built it back to a plus 4-point lead. Pressure, Curry's got it, right corner, looks to get out of problems. Nice spot, he lobs it up to Thomas, coming down the middle of the court. Thomas to the rim, has it blocked by Childs.
2 guys on the floor, Manny and Isaiah struggling for the Foxes. Marist broke the press easy there because of the spacing, but Morgan State, boy, they really rotated back. Well schooled in that department, got a guy under the basket to stop the easy layup.
Childs probably has about 3 blocks in this game. Here's a lob into Bowie. Back to Kemp on the perimeter. He waits for Curry to clear. TJ now over on the right side to Morton. They'll run the shot clock under 15 on this opportunity. Isaiah on the left to Curry. Down to Thomas. Pump it back to Curry. High key pass, Bowie, fade jumper, good. Bowie's so good at that. And Bowie, so far, 5 for 7 in the ball game and 14 to lead Marist.
Marist playing without a lot of good components that they need. Lewis in foul trouble, and as well as Hart in some kind of distress, but they're staying with it. They're playing well. They're digging it out here.
Dribbling through traffic is Matei, and he rimmed out on a runner, and he got it back, but I believe he was out of bounds when the ball came back. Had 1 foot on the end line. Ball back to the Foxes, 54 seconds left in the half, trailing by a bucket. Foxes look to set up against the zone.
Now, does Marist still have their 30 left?
Yes, they do. They might off the inbound, Kemp.
They might get it across and think about using it when you start to go down in the clock a little bit.
Morton with it. He'll be guarded tightly by Matei. Whip it off to Thomas. Thomas in front of Coach Bozeman of Morgan State. Left side, Morton. Entry for Kemp. Tipped away Childs. Retrieve Kemp, deep corner. Lob out front to Curry. Shot clock at 10. Thumb down called by Isaiah Morton. Looks to penetrate. Kick out last second. Got it to Thomas. Stripped of the ball. It comes back to Curry, and it goes off Curry's shoulder out of bounds. 21.2 seconds remaining and the ball to Morgan State. They've already used their timeout here in the first half.
Good job here by Jeff Bauer, getting Kempt out of the game. Don't pick up a needless foul on him. And Peter Prinsloo, pretty capable defender late, but he's got the big fella to deal with now.
Inbound will go to Hubbard, right back to Black.
You know, I don't know if you're Marist, if they get the ball inside the Childs, why don't you just foul them at this point, right? With only 11 seconds to go.
Well, I think they're going to isolate for Black. It's Black with the ball, looks to turn the corner to the right, then he'll dip it out to Bozeman. Last second to Childs, but he was out of bounds. Bozeman, when he delivered the ball, was out of bounds on the sideline, and the ball will go to the Foxes, and they will use that timeout now with 3.6 seconds left.
There's a good job of coaching. You get no sense. You can't carry it over. Use it now. Talk a little bit. The job for Marist is to try to get a good look, and you really should when you think about it, Dean, with 3.6 seconds. And the one thing that I love so far about Marist this year, and we saw it really start in this tournament, they have been good executing plays out of timeouts. Something that's been absent for a while at Marist. They executed some fine plays out of timeout. Let's see if they can do it here and get, I don't care if you make the shot or not, it's going to be that close of a ball game anyway, but let's see if you get a good look. The Division I, you should get a good look with 3.6 seconds remaining.
They'll get it at three-quarter court on the near side. We'll see what the play-on-play is. Jeff Bauer releases his team from the huddle.
I hope somebody told Jeff Bauer it's not the NBA, you don't get the half court. I got that with tongue-in-cheek now. He knows.
Here's Thomas. Got it in. Morton across the midcourt line. Lays up a floater on a three and shot an air ball.
Got a look, though. Got a decent look. And Marist trails by only 2. It's going to be a good ball game. It's going to go right down to the end, I think.
Yeah, we'll come down. We'll take a look at some statistics from here in the first half. Morgan State leads by 2, 30-28, as we bring you action from the Paradise Jam from the UVI Sports and Fitness Center in the Virgin Islands. We'll be back on the Red Fox Network after this.
Did you know that Anaconda Sports is one of the largest team sales dealers of athletic equipment
Yes,
and
Weirdo.
apparel?
You want to go get
country?
Tim, and I'll
No,
go
I
the
was
next
right
one.
going to
Here in
ask
the
you
Hudson
something off
Valley.
the air.
Anaconda Sports specializes
hold on.
in team
Marist.
sales and promises not to be undersold. For your next sporting goods purchase, contact Anaconda's Poughkeepsie location at 471-2701 or their Kingston location at 336-4024. Anaconda Sports, a proud sponsor of Marist Athletics.
With the orderly on duty, please come to reception.
Hi, I'm Fran Pomerico, GM. You know, these days, many patients are complaining about the added stress involved with purchasing.
Hey, guys, you there?
Go ahead.
Choosing a car involves.
Hey, guys, so we got, we're in the half now, so we got 3 2-minute breaks, okay?
Yeah. Well, then now we got
just
2
let you guys
left
know,
after this.
Yeah, we have 3 2-minute breaks.
Yeah.
Patrick is going to be taking over after the half,
Okay. Okay. So we got 2 minutes after this one. We're going to come back, talk. Eddie's going to get a...
Anyone who's ever dreamt of flying, ever wanted to learn how to fly, this is about as close as it gets. On an introductory flight, you're going to be porpoising like a dolphin, you're going to be running on the water, and of course flying high like Buzz Lightyear. So those are kind of the 3 things you're going to be doing in an introductory flight.
Perfect. Right arm up, right arm up, right arm up a little, right arm up. There you go. Just like that. That's exactly where I want you. Right there. Very nice. Oh, you're ready to fly. What I want you to do now is slowly bring your arms up till just your feet are in the water. And now that you're there, just start walking with those legs. You're walking on water. Okay, so all you got to do to go underwater is you're going to bring both hands down into the water. When you're ready to come back up, bring both hands back up. Very nice. Very nice.
People who have ever gone parasailing or jet skiing, anything like that, this is going to be completely different. This is the newest adventure basically here in St. Thomas. So you guys actually have this great deal of flying at $100 at discounted price all the way up until November 30th. So just mention Paradise Jam and we'll definitely give you guys that rate.
That definitely was one of the craziest things I've ever done, Mark. Thanks for letting me come out and fly with you. Looks like I earned some wings.
You have definitely earned your jetpack wings, so you're a natural. Come back again soon.
All right, all you Paradise Jammers, come out and check out the St. Thomas Jet Riders.
Welcome to the United States Virgin Islands. We know you'll enjoy your stay in one of the most beautiful places in the Caribbean. We invite you to visit all 3 islands: St. Croix, St. John, and St. Thomas. St. Croix offers some of the most incredible dive sites in the Caribbean. Explore the pier, a shipwreck, the wall, and even go on a night dive. And with 7 flags having flown over this Caribbean jewel, St. Croix offers one of the most diverse cultures in all of the Caribbean. Want to hike, swim, and explore an underwater trail and an incredible vista all in the same day? Then you can't miss St. John. With 2/3 of the island dedicated as a national park, it's easy to find a view that takes your breath away. St. Thomas offers some of the best shopping deals in the Caribbean, and the U.S. Virgin Islands duty-free limit is $1,600, so be sure to take advantage of the savings. If a romantic destination wedding is in your future, plan your hassle-free nuptials in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Don't forget to let your guests know that there's no passport required for U.S. citizens. For more information on the USVI, log on to visitusvi.com or download our free My Virgin Islands smartphone app to learn more about things to do, restaurants, shops, and much more. Explore the endless unscripted vacation opportunities that await you. Thank you for visiting the United States Virgin Islands, St. Croix, St. John, and St. Thomas.
Welcome to the Paradise Jam. Each November, I like to take my Paradise Jam family down to the one and only golf course on St. Thomas, Mahogany Run. Let's head down to the first tee.
Mahogany Run, it being the only golf course on the island, designed by 2 world-famous golf course architects, Tom Fazio and his dad, George, have some really unique and exciting holes. We have the Devil's Triangle, which is maybe 3 of the most beautiful holes in golf, looking over the Atlantic and the Caribbean Ocean. Holes where you're hitting, 125 to 150 yards from tee boxes to over the ocean onto a small tee complex. Everybody finds the course. It's challenging, forgiving in areas, and truly unforgiving in certain areas. I mean, obviously you can tell who the basketball players are. They're a little taller than most of the island people, but it's wonderful for the course. It's wonderful for the economy down here. It's wonderful for Mahogany Run to have people like that down here doing something for the community down here, and being able to host them at our golf course is really, it's a pleasure to have them down here.
During the Paradise Jam, not only can you enjoy spectacular views like this, but for the right price, you can own a beautiful villa out here at Botany Bay.
We're out here today at Villa Witta, which is a $25 million property that spans over 15,000 square feet of usable space. It's on 4 acres on a waterfront lot, and it's inside the Botany Bay Preserve, which is managed by the Timbers Resorts based out of Carbondale, Colorado. They picked the nicest 400 acres on the island. It overlooks the Mermaid's Chair, the west end of the island, and out over to Culebra, Puerto Rico, and the Spanish Virgin Islands. The entire home is based around the lifestyle that a pirate would probably enjoy. It certainly shows it in the collection of artifacts. It's sort of a modern-day pirate has this fortress where he keeps all the bounty that he's collected, and I think that's really how the owner looks at it. Also, the quality here, the workmanship inside, it's second to none, absolutely no expense spared. There's a lot of antiques and original artifacts. There's actual treasure chests that were recovered from pirate ships, original cannons, and several 17th century antiques. There's actually a chandelier from a Russian opera house in here that was disassembled and reassembled here. And obviously the location is incredible. It's probably one of the best home sites in the Caribbean. It has to be experienced to be believed. It's really more of like a fairy tale type atmosphere than anything I've ever seen. The U.S. Virgin Islands is uniquely set up for people to take advantage of the tax benefits. There's no state or local taxes other than federal taxes for residents. Anybody who resides here gets to take advantage of that, and the price points are all across the board from $300,000 to $25 million. There's pretty much something for everybody. Give us a call at USVI Sotheby's International Realty. We'd be happy to help you online, or sotheby'srealtyusvi.com is our website.
Step into a world where there's no one there but the very best. No MC can say.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Rated E for everyone.
Living this life on night and done. Now that I am free, soak up the sun, swim the sea. This is how life's meant to be.
Come visit my island, the United States Virgin Islands.
Discover how life is meant to be. Call your travel agent today.
Spectacular views of the Caribbean are just the beginning at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort. Discover a place where turquoise waters meet clear blue skies, where fine dining and poolside bars delightfully coexist, where fun and relaxation are an art form. A Marriott dream vacation awaits you here on the island of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's all here at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort.
UVI is closer than you think.
At UVI, the beach is closer than you think.
At UVI, the professors are closer than you think.
At UVI, your success is closer than you think.
The University of the Virgin Islands is closer than you think. Call us today or visit our website.
Welcome to Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort. Experience the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort, Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. No passport required.
Imagine the power of a giant TV production truck in a compact portable video production system. NewTek TriCaster has everything you need for a network-style video production. Camera switching, graphics, special effects, virtual sets, and more. You can stream your production live to the internet and record up to 8 separate channels of HD video all in one system. NewTek TriCaster. It's a television studio in a box. Find out more at newtek.com.
Now, as you can see, don't you love technology? Yeah, no problem. There we go. How are the girls? Uh-huh.
Come on, boy, just a little.
Scott, business is tough, but with great offers at Avis.com, we give you the space to turn your business trip into a bizcation. Avis, it's your space.
We are World Vision, and we believe in children. We believe in God's calling to share our lives with them, to share a meal, to share water, to share love, to share a full life.
If you believe, share with a child today at worldvision.org/share.
Jam, Ed Weir along with Dean Darling. That concludes our halftime activity, sponsored by Poughkeepsie Nissan. Here with the play-by-play of the second half, Mr. Dean Darling.
All right, thank you, Edward. Foxes go from left to right here in the second half. Khalid Hart will get the start here in the second half. I talked to trainer Jeff Carter, and he said that some headache symptoms have been bothering Khalid of late, and that's the reason that they took him out of the lineup. He didn't come back. However, he thought he was going to come back, and he has started. So it is Hart, Lewis, Bowie with Brinzu and Kemp on for the Foxes. The entry pass is thrown away there by Lewis off the inbound. And now it is Morgan State first time down. They nearly throw it away. They start out here in the second half with Black as well as Hubbard, Blossom, Childs, and Bozeman. Childs on the right side, 14 first half points, shoots it up and over top of Kemp, and it drops home.
Khalid Hart may have a headache, but I'll tell you what, Mr. Ian Childs has been a headache for Jeff Bauer on the Red Foxes. He is doing a great job down low.
He's 7 of 10 from the field. The 16 points leads his team. Here's Hart stepping into a two-pointer and it rimmed out. Wrapped down there by Black on the defensive carom. Black to the front court, pushing his team from right to left. Dip it out on the side to Bozeman. Steps in, pops it 2, no. And a long rebound controlled there by Bowie. Crossover dribble, Lewis looking to go to the 10, pulls up last second, dips it down to Kemp, and he lays it in from 2.
There you go, Adam. Take some shots. We need the big fella to have a big game in the second half, just like Childs did for the Bears first half.
Good job there by Lewis to find the big man. 32-30, Foxes trail. Minute and a half old here in the second half. Winner of this game gets 7th place in the Paradise Jam. Bozeman, long toss near side here to Black. Black taking some time off the clock, looks to move by Prinzu, goes underneath the basket, live dribble to Childs, turn, spin, and scores. He scores the first 4 here in the second half, and it's 34-30 Morgan State.
It's tough down low. Just if he gets it, what are you going to do? Got to get in front of him. Stop letting him get the ball where he can do damage.
Childs is 2 away from setting a new career high. He's got 18 to match his career high of a year ago. Prinzu, right elbow extended, soft toss right. Hart, screened by Prinzu, looks to go mid-post with a live dribble, caught in the air, got it to Bowie, left corner 3, good! Another 3 by Bowie to win that first half, knocked down, 3 of 3.
Way to go, Jay Bowie, really feeling it.
Bowie was 17 for the Foxes. Childs now outside lane right, dish it now for a jumper by Hubbard, no, long rebound by Kemp. Players going down, and a rebound foul is called against Blossom.
Try to discard Prinsloo down low, push him away.
Blossom comes up saying, wait a minute, I'm the one on the ground. Why am I getting the foul?
Well, that's the other thing that boxing out does for you, or bodying up. If you hold your position, you'll get the foul call.
Foxes on threes, by the way, here in the ball game are 5 of 11 because of 4 of 4 from Bowie. Lewis drives to the top of the post, tried to go last second to Kemp, deflected. Now back down to Kemp, left block, hook off, good. So Kemp with the deft touch on that shot gives the Marist a lead of 35-34. And then rushing down court, throwing the ball away are the Bears, back to the Foxes.
70s or 80s NBA game, dump it into the center and let them score, right? I love it. I love the classic kind of basketball.
Hard to bring it up against the watchful eye there of Anthony Hubbard. He's across the timeline. He's going to work on a hard dribble, go mid-post, pull up, teardrop, good. So that time, little hesitation dribble, freed up Hart to the lane, and he scores, and it's 37-34, the Foxes' largest lead of the game.
Marist got to keep it up on the defensive end here. Look for them to go to Childs.
Childs left block, got some space, and scores. New career high with 20. 37-36 Marist.
I wonder if you're Jeff Bauer, you think about double down on him now a little bit.
He's got such a good touch. About 3 feet, 4 feet from the basket. Hart now. Angles to the left, comes to the top, live dribble, stops, wing it back to Prinzu. Prinzu throws it to Lewis, deflected, came off, and then Siobhan goes across the way and goes down hard and wincing as well. So he's staying down, but I think he's okay. His teammates come over to check on him, just get some air back, and being helped up by Bowie and Prinsloo, and it's a turnover on Siobhan.
He's so wiry, doesn't he? He goes down all the time, at least 2 or 3. Nice pattern of applause here from the sparse gathering as this is the 7-8 game.
Jeff Bauer looked over at him, wanted a thumbs-up move from him. That's what Siobhan gave him. Bozeman with it, harassed by Hart on the right side of the perimeter. Gave up the dribble, Hart draped all over him. Dish it outside the lane right for Childs. Bounding down with the left hand, comes up with the left hand, shot it wide, and coming out on the bounce rebound is Kemp. Kemp will give it to Prinsloo, push it up to Hart. Hart left side of the perimeter, entry left corner Lewis, back out to Hart, 3 on the way, no good, and a nice rebound. Wrapped down there by Blossom of Morgan State. Their possession goes right to left.
That time Blossom had the position, fighting hard for the body up there and getting the ball.
Marist by a single digit, 37-36, nearly 4.5 going second half. Given room, Black pops a 3, didn't even touch the rim. Seal out on the end line by Lewis. Ball back to the Foxes. Matei will be coming in on the next stoppage, 4.5 old, and it is 37-36. Marist over Morgan State. Back to the Virgin Isles after this. You're listening to Marist Basketball on the Red Fox Network.
Step into a world where there's no one there but the very best.
for everyone.
Living this life one night and done. Now that I am free, soak up the sun, swim the sea. This is how life's meant to be.
Come visit my island, the United States Virgin Islands.
Discover how life is meant to be. Call your travel agent today.
On the Marist Basketball Network next Wednesday, beginning at 6:45. That's myself and Dean Darling as the Red Foxes begin MAC play Wednesday, December the 4th, 6:45 airtime on the Red Fox Network.
Foxes looking to break pressure. It's Siobhan Lewis to the rim, and it's blocked there by Blossom. The other way we go, the Bears with it. Both teams looking for their first win, both entering play today at 0-6. Matei went to dump it out, rip off by Lewis. Back defensively, Black, and Lewis throws it down, and then he stares down Black as well. Siobhan on the theft at midcourt matches Marist's big lead at 3, 39-36.
Paul Lee was unhappy with the stare down, though, and he said something to Siobhan Lewis as he came by the bench. Come on, this team needs a win. Don't do something silly.
That's right. You can get a technical foul right there for that. With the ball, popping up a 3, it's Black, wide, big rebound, Hart, dislodged from the ball by Matei, and then knocked out of bounds by Khalid Hart. Khalid's playing strong here to start the second half.
Yeah, limited minutes in that first half. What do you have him down here officially for? Just 11 for Khalid.
Yeah, again with that headache. Jeff Carter said that he thought he could play here in the second half. With the ball near side, Anthony Hubbard. Hubbard, one of the seniors on this year's team, kid out of Virginia. Now reverse the ball to Black. Black's had a tough shooting day. He is 2 of 6 from the field. Given a little bit of room by Hart. Now Hart jumps out quickly. Bounce pass across the way. Hubbard jump stop to the lane. Shoots over Camp Whistle. And it might be on Siobhan Lewis. And it is. That's number 3 on Siobhan.
Decision time for Jeff Bauer. Siobhan now playing for the Foxes in his junior year. Is he smart enough to stay in with 14 minutes, realizing he can't pick up that fourth and still be effective?
Hubbard makes the first one on the year, 54% accuracy, recruited by Rutgers, Iona, and Penn State.
Journalism major, went to Frederick Community College. And along with Black, how about this? You have returning double-digit scorers. You don't often see that, the way points have been so hard to come by of late in college basketball.
Yeah. So it's Hart, Kemp out there with Lewis, Prinsloo, and Bowie. They lead by a digit, 39-38. Nearly 6 minutes gone, second half. Left wing extended, Lewis, jab step right, whirling dervish move. Continues a main a live dribble. Now comes to the free throw line, penetrates, layup, good. So Lewis has come back strong here and scored a couple points in a row for the Foxes. Now Morgan State with the ball. Last second they got it to Duncan, and his shot is blocked by Kemp on the left block. Picked up by Prinsloo, pump it up to Lewis, down the middle of the court. Siobhan works left, lost the handle. Now a lead pass out for Duncan. He corrals it and lays it home.
A smart play by Duncan. See Shaquille Duncan there. A lot of guys want to try to monster jam or something. He knew it would take him a while for the takeoff. Just smoothed it, kissed off the glass and in. Just a smooch, as my friend Bill Rafferty says.
Yeah, that's true. Lewis with that turnover hurt Marist right there. Kemp left block, looks to post. Angle it out now to Hart. Right side to Lewis. Shot clock at 15. Prinsloo helps him with a screen. Then a give and go. Back to Prinsloo. Double teamed on the block. Wheel it out front. Deflect it. And a run out now for Morgan State. To the lane goes Black. Hart got in there and held him up. And a foul, and an intentional foul is called. The official with the 2 arms crossed over top of his head. And he'll back everybody off the free throw line, allow Black to shoot 2 with the ball as Hart goes over to slap palms with him.
Little stare down from Jeff Bauer the other way. It's hard to tell you because we don't have a good position, but pretty much if you get a piece of the ball, they don't call it, right?
Yep. So Black for 2, and he is short. Between him and Childs, they shoot 56% of the free throw attempts,
well,
but they only make 40-some%.
He's 43% from the line.
Well, he made the second, missed the first. Now Childs is going to come back in. We're tied at 41. Ball will go back to Morgan State. They'll inbound left of the basket on the end line.
How about among his activities at the Matha, which is obviously a great school down there if you know high school basketball in the area. He was on the high school chorus. I would like to have him sing a little baritone for you.
Justin Black looks to inbound left of the ring. Last second, way out front to Hubbard. Reset it to Matei. Emmanuel Matei, a freshman from Greenville, Maryland, played on a Roosevelt high school team. They went 27-1.
2-3 zone here from the Foxes.
And spotting up and shooting a long three is Black. So Black hits a three here. He's 2 for 5 in the ball game. He's got 9 points and 2 for 5 on threes.
A one-time chorus player. Had some good music there for Coach Bosman, right, as he made the shot from the outside.
So the Foxes found themselves down 3 after they went up by 3 earlier this half. Lewis looks to attack and send it up with the left. No good. Got it back. Down it. And a foul.
Wow.
Hubbard with the foul after Kemp came off with the deflection that came to Lewis, and he put it in.
Well, Siobhan Lewis trying to put the Foxes on his back and carry him. The only thing that worries me about Showtime, Siobhan Lewis, at this time, Dean, sometimes I think this sounds crazy, but he tries too hard sometimes, Got to play more within the flow of the game.
Lewis much too strong on the free throw, but it's rebounded by Prinsloo. He'll outlet it to Lewis, and Lewis will start up the offense again for Marist. 44-43 they trail.
Yeah, run another set, the right move here.
Prinsloo really helping Marist out with active hands. He's got the ball right elbow. Now to Bowie, meets it off a handoff. Bowie crosses over, natural left-hander to the paint, dish it, corner, Lewis to attack from the baseline, and he's hacked in the act. So he decides not to pull the string on the three, attacks the basket, and draws a 2-shot foul. We get immediate timeout. Shaq Duncan in the second foul here in the ballgame. 11:59 left in the second half. Close one. Morgan State 44, Marist 43. You listen to Marist basketball on the Red Fox Network.
Spectacular views of the Caribbean are just the beginning at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort. Discover a place where turquoise waters meet clear blue skies, where fine dining and poolside bars delightfully coexist, where fun and relaxation are an art form. A Marriott dream vacation awaits you here on the island of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's all here at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort.
UVI is closer than you think.
At UVI, the beach is closer than you think.
At UVI, the professors are closer than you think.
At UVI, your success is closer than you think.
The University of the Virgin Islands is closer than you think. Call us today or visit our website.
Welcome to Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort. Experience the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort, Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. No passport.
And you look at the shooting numbers so far. Marist shooting 39% from the field. Keep in mind, Edward, in the first 6 games this year, they still haven't shot 40% or better in a game. And meanwhile, Morgan State shooting 46% from the field. Where the Foxes have stayed in the game is the hot shooting of Jay Bowie. 4 of 4 on threes overall as a team. They're 5 of 12.
Yeah, Jay Bowie has been excellent on offense here. There's no question about it. Really looking for his shot.
Jay coming off a 16-point effort against LMU here a couple days ago. And that was, again, a season high, averaging 10 points and 5 boards in the tournament. And looking for his shot more as well. Didn't seem like he was reluctant in the early part of the year. Again, he's a senior now and one of the captains. Lewis will get a free throw attempt as we went to break. Shaq Duncan picked up his 3rd foul. And it will be a one-shot situation for Siobhan Lewis.
Way the game.
Check it, 2 shots. It was on the drive.
Way the game of basketball has evolved, of course, and the way this thing is coming down. You might say, Dean, the team that makes the most free throws the rest of the way is going to win this game.
Yeah. And he makes the free throw attempt. They're going to get Siobhan out with the 4 fouls.
No, I don't know if does he have 4?
It says here on the stat monitor he
No,
has
I
4.
think they put it the wrong way because he was at the line.
Yeah, it's interesting.
We'll try to get a clarification from Sports Information Director.
I remember the 3rd. I don't remember the 4th. There's Bozeman with the ball. Wing it over opposite way to Black. Give it to Childs. Back and hard on Kemp. Looking to get some space. Comes up from the other way and scores. What a game by Ian Childs. 22 points, 10 of 14 from the field. A career high for him.
He's been terrific. He really has done wonders in this game. Great movement on the block.
Morton with the ball. Laid off on the left side. Extended there. Hart. Deep corner Morton for the jumper and a hit the side of the glass. The other way we go here is Bozeman stepping into a 2-pointer over top of Kemp and a big rebound. Prinsloo. He'll air it out for Hart. Right side of the perimeter in the half-court set, joined by Kemp, Bowie, Prinsloo, and Morton. Morton will reach out, catch a pass there at midcourt. Morton is 0 of 3 from the field, 3 assists, 2 turnovers. Looks to turn the corner, whip it to Hart. Hart dribbling a couple times, right elbow extended. Now goes to the left hand, tried to get some space. Bozeman draped on him, a foul on Bozeman. So for Bozeman, number 2 on him, 5 on the team, 10:48 left here in a closely contested contest.
Isaiah Morton, a couple of guys in this team have Philadelphia roots. You know he's trying to play well against the guys from his own city, and he's just in such a bad slump right now.
Foxes in the ball, half-court set, attacking right. Hart dribbles along the basket, onto the end line. Now they reverse the ball out to Hart, up fake. Now to Bowie, straight on 3, bingo again. He is a perfect 5 of 5 on threes. He's got 20 points.
Yeah, the only question about Jay is shoot more right now.
Gives the Marist lead of 1, but that's short-lived on a drive and inside. 48 to 47 as Jay Bowie had hit the 3 to give him a lead of 1, and then the layup by Justin Black. Coming hard is Hart. His shot knocked away across the end line, out of bounds. Marist retained. 21 on the shot clock.
What a game. Just unbelievable for Childs, the numbers he's putting up in this one.
He had 4 first-half blocks to go with 14 points.
Isaiah Morton was in the wrong spot because he's playing the 2, not the 1. He's pressing so hard. A guy like Shaquille Duncan from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, played at Franklin High School, so another reason for Isaiah trying to get off the schneid here.
It's Hart with the ball, right wing extended as he plays the 2 now. Out front to Prinsloo, dribbling hard left, sends up a left hand, it's wide, and with the rebound is Childs. For Childs, he now has 8 rebounds in the ball game. Jitterbugging inside for a runner is Black, steered it wide. Easy rebound for the Foxes. Hart on a run out. Hart to the lane. Hart kissing glass and scores. 49-48 Marist.
Good job out of Marist. Red Foxes, they had numbers. They spaced it out, and they got a bucket.
Blossom blocked with the left arm of Kemp. Now the Foxes with Bowie to Hart. Return Bowie to the lane and throws it down with the right hand.
Wanted that one, Mr. Bowie. Climbing the ladder with the jam.
51-48 Foxes. We get close to 9 minutes left, second half. As Black will angle towards his head coach, Todd Bozeman. Get a word from him. Says give it to Childs. He's our main scorer. Opposite pass for Bozeman. Raised, fired, 3. Front lip goes up, hits the top of the backboard. No good. Comes off. Last second deflected by Morton as he basically takes it away there from Blossom. Ball back to the Foxes, pushing from left to right here. Morton getting some space. Morton stops. Hook it to Prinsloo. Prinsloo raised, fire, 3. Good. Prinsloo straight on between the rings, buries the 3. The Foxes have their largest lead of the game at 54-48. Morgan State burns a timeout. We'll take one back home. 8:31 left here in the second half. And again, a plus 6-point lead for Marist. You listen to Marist basketball on the Red Fox Network.
We're off the air. Good time to be, though.
Does he know to call us back?
Yeah, we're not off that way.
Imagine the power of a giant TV production truck in a compact portable video production system. NewTek TriCaster has everything you need for a network-style video production. Camera switching, graphics, special effects, virtual sets, and more. You can stream your production live to the internet and record up to 8 separate channels of HD video all in one system. NewTek TriCaster. It's a television studio in a box. Find out more.
Why don't you try to recall?
Patrick, give us a call back. It's the Marist way.
Watch, we'll win. We'll miss the last 8:31.
Yep. I hope that kid knows how to do this. Where'd it go? Where'd those notes go?
Why is Mike? Call. You calling him?
Who are you calling, weirdo?
Ricky Hoffend.
Okay. I'm trying Sarah.
Who are you trying? Knocked off the air. You got to call us back.
We can't do that right now because we have radio stations all around us. Okay. Thank you. He's dialing us now. Okay.
I got Ricky. He stepped out. He's going to call Terry.
I just talked to Terry.
All right.
They're trying to call us. He wanted us to change lines.
It's not the line.
We are back here in the Virgin Islands. Back here in the Virgin Islands, we apologize. We have been knocked off the air, but we're back on now. 6:40 left here in the second half. 57-51. The last time we were with you, Marist was up by the count of 54-48 as we went to break, so we lost about 2 minutes of action. Two teams have traded buckets. Manny Thomas hit a 3 for the Foxes. Morgan State just scored, so 6-point lead now. It is Kemp going inside from the left. His shot blocked from behind by Childs. It's a lead out for Black, and Black throws it down with two hands as he goes by Bowie. 57-53 now. Fox's lead has dwindled to 4.
All right, show some poise here. You got Morton and you got Hart in there, the two ball handlers. Run some offense, get a good look. You got a lead of 4. It's just about getting good looks from here on out.
Thomas curls to the left. Edge of the key. Flip it back to Morton on the right side. Played defensively by Hubbard. Crossover. Stops. Goes up a wild circus shot as an air ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That's not a good look.
Oh, you're right. The other way we go. Black pops a three and hits it right into the face of Bowie. Timeout by the Marist bench. 57-56. 5:41 left. And their lead has dwindled down to just one.
Really, I'll tell you what. Marist had it up. This has been a great game. Both teams really, really going out. You know what you sense in this game, Dean? The hunger. Both teams want to win. Nobody's going to die easily. It's almost got that, seventh game feel to it of a playoff series because both teams just want to get a win somehow. Clutch it out, dig it out, whatever you got to do. Both teams are tired of being on the losing end. 57 for the Foxes, 56 for Morgan State.
And each team with 3 timeouts remaining, and each team with 5 fouls here in the second half. Last time the Foxes scored was a 3-point jumper by Manny Thomas at the 7:09 mark, and that put them up by 8. But since that time, we have seen 7 unanswered points scored by Morgan State. Morton with it, joined by Kemp, Hart, Bowie, and Thomas. And again, Lewis on the pine because of foul problems. Morton, left corner. Back outside Hart. He'll step into a 3. Too long. Rebound easily off a bounce. Picked up there by Bozeman. Son of the coach gives it left sideline to Black. Return it back to Bozeman.
He looks over at his dad for instructions. That's smart if you want to get dessert tonight.
Yeah. You want to get your per diem.
Yeah, right.
Here's Childs down low off a nice pass. He got it to Hubbard, and Hubbard has put his team out in front.
What does per diem stand for? Stands for let's get a bucket here if you're the Red Foxes.
So a 9-0 run by the Bears will put them back in front. 58-57, 4:45 left. Regulation. Morton with it, out to Hart. Hart return it to Morton. He'll angle it towards Kemp. He'll hook it out front, and Kemp throws it away. Picked off by Bozeman, and then Hart was trying to guard him near midcourt, and Hart takes a shot to the throat and just kind of balance himself from going down on the floor. Timeout on the court. 4:36 remaining here. And we will take a break. You listen to Marist Basketball.
The Bears, as he has just really put up a stat line that NBA guys would drool over.
Yeah, you look at what Childs has done, 23 points, 10 of 15 from the field, 9 rebounds, 1 off a double-double. Black with the ball, his team leads, 4.5 left here in the second half. Playing catch with Bozeman, down low, Childs. Goes up with the left hand, over top of Kemp, no good. The ball deflected, finally picked up by Kemp. Marist down by a digit, and they'll set up offensively with Bowie, Hart, Lewis back on the floor with Kemp. As I mentioned, Jay Bowie dribbling hard right, Hart. He stops. Between the rings, delivered to Bowie. Bowie, the leading scorer for Marist with 22 points. Now it's Hart, denied on the right elbow. Back between the rings to Lewis. Shot clock at 10. Kemp tries to screen for him. Lewis to the dish. Layup falls off. And on the rebound, it comes out on the perimeter. Good hustle by Hart, but he couldn't pick it up. Now it's the Bears coming down, and a block called against Manny Thomas. He was trying to get the charge against Justin Black.
I think that's a great play because of the way they struggle from the free throw line. Black just 43% on the season coming in from the line.
3:42 left here in regulation. Morgan State leads 58-57.
Now, as you can see, don't you love technology? Yeah, no problem. There we go. How are the girls? Uh-huh.
Come on, boy, just a little.
Scott.
Business is tough, but with great offers at Avis.com, we give you the space to turn your business trip into a bizcation. Avis, it's your space.
We are World Vision, and we believe in children. We believe in God's calling to share our lives with them. To share a meal, to share water, to share love, to share a full life.
If you believe, share with a child today at worldvision.org/share.
Kemp, but at the free throw line right now will be Justin Black. He's got 16. He and Childs are their main go-to guys. His free throw, no good. And a back tap there by Hubbard kept the ball alive. So a new offensive set here for the Bears after a missed free throw. Here's a lob pass outside the lane. Childs return it back to Black. Hedged out there off a double team, and Hart came away with a near steal. Tapped it on the sideline, though. Inbound will come in front of the Bear bench.
Official over talking in both books. Don't know what this is about. By the way, Dean, we did straighten that out. It is 4 fouls on Javon Lewis. It was a technical foul before.
Yeah, he and Shaq Duncan must have gotten into it, and they both have a technical and a personal assessed to them. So that's the reason that Lewis went from the 3 fouls to the 4th foul without really a foul being called. And I was looking at here at our stat monitor, and it was just a situation, it's got a 4T. So that could have occurred while we were off the air and trying to get us back on the air. So in any event, Lewis has 4 fouls for the Foxes. And the officials just stopping play for a moment after a timeout was called.
Don't know what that was about. Maybe trying to make sure it was foul or something was assessed to the right person. Fasten your seatbelts here. 3:25 to go. It's a barn burner. Foxes trying to pull out win number 1.
Black with a preseason first team all MEAC pick. Again, Norfolk State is supposed to win the league, and number 2 pick was this team right here, Morgan State. Childs draws a double team, goes up from the other way, missed it. Prinsloo tapped it, couldn't get it back, and a foul on a putback attempt by Blossom that curled around and out. 2 shots for Cedric Blossom. Foxes have given up too many opportunities off missed attempts, both free throws and easy bunnies. They get a hand on it, but then it comes back out to Morgan State.
Blossom, another 50% free throw shooter from this team. If you're just joining us, they struggle mightily from the line.
They're 6 for 11 today as a team. First time Blossom goes to the free throw line, and he makes it.
Well, you know what, Dean? It's the point of the game now where both teams are obviously tired, having played 3 games of basketball in 4 days, come to different areas. Now it's really the team that can dig down and get that from the inside. The
2 makes. Yeah, Ed, you're right.
The team that really wants it the most is going to win this ball game.
2 makes for Morgan State at the 3-minute mark. Morgan State 60 and Marist 57. Lewis, screen set by Prinzu. He'll dip it back to Prinzu to fire for 3, hit the side bucket. Prinzu goes and gets the rebound, then brings it back outside on a swing to Lewis. Back to Kemp at the last second, and he put it in on a layup. Nice look by Siobhan defying Kemp at the last second.
Yeah, Siobhan Lewis threading the needle with the pass, and Kemp able to convert.
Kemp with 12 points, 4 of 11 shooting. Possession back to Morgan State. Up 1, back to Childs. They go on the right side. Anchors in, spins to the baseline, rimmed out. Rebound, Bowie in traffic. Outlet to Hart, pushing tempo down the left side. Khalid to the post, sends up a wild layup, and it's good. And he's fouled on the play.
How do you get up in the air like that and be able to control your body and get that right English, or is it Caribbean? I don't know what it is down here. But he managed to somehow just get the right spin on the ball and got it in.
And Childs charged with his 2nd foul of the ball game. Here's Hart back to the free throw line for the Foxes. Foxes as a team have only made 7 of 13. Hart makes this one, though. That was his first attempt, and would you believe he now has 10 points in a ball game. So 4 guys in double digits for Marist.
And that's why they're up in the game. But now you're going to have to get a couple of stops if you want this win. Move your feet on defense. Stay in between your man and the basket.
Bozeman bounces it back outside to Black in front of his head coach, Todd Bozeman. He's guarded by Hart. To Blossom. Aim it back to Block. Block shaking and baking, using a screen, and then pops a long J. No good. Ball tipped to the sideline and saved neatly by Hubbard. A new offensive opportunity for Morgan State. They're just digging out more loose balls.
Yeah, he got the 50-50 ball, didn't he? Hubbard in the corner.
Looking to attack off the dribble is Black, and he lost the grip on the way up. Out of bounds it goes. Back to Marist.
The old bugaboo of this tournament, the Nike ball as opposed to the rock.
9th turnover on the Bears.
Some guys subscribe to the theory. Jeff Bauer said yes. Also, coaches at Loyola Marymount said yes.
Inbound goes to Kemp. Team foul, by the way, Edward. Situation 6 on Morgan State. So next time they foul, Bears shoots the bonus. 8 on the Foxes.
Jeff Bauer didn't believe in the theory at all, though. Said it was a bunch of malarkey.
Hart entry to Kemp. Left-handed layup, no good. Prinzu, no good. Put back, Kemp. No good again. Blossom brings down the rebound, and Kemp got him from behind, and a foul. Foxes have missed a bunch of bunnies.
I don't know why Adam is so upset. This is a great opportunity for them. Make them earn it. Adam down on his knees, very upset that he got called with the foul.
No, he was upset he missed the easy layup, I think.
Well, maybe.
And Prinsloo, too. He had a great opportunity.
But that was a great foul if he was thinking of that.
You're right. So here, shooting a one-on-one situation is Blossom, who's 2 for 2 at the line. The team's 8 of 13. He just drained a couple minutes ago. We'll aim it up and hit it. 62-61 Marist. 1:12 left. Cedric Blossom, Columbia, Maryland, his hometown, recruited by Dartmouth, Holy Cross, Towson, and Loyola of Maryland. Makes another. Tied at 62. Full court pressure from the Bears. Inbound goes to Lewis. Soft toss, 3/4 court to Hart to bring it up against the watchful eye of Anthony Hubbard.
Got a 1-minute ball game now. We're tied at 62.
Bounce pass near wing Bowie, who secures the ball with his body. Bowie hawked defensively there by Black. Now on the right sideline to Lewis. Lewis, 15 on the shot clock, to the 10. Lost the grip on the way up. The ball was dislodged there by Bozeman. And Marist will get a chance to inbound with 13 on the shot clock, 50 seconds left in regulation. Tied at 62. Bowie out there with Prinsloo, Hart, Kemp and Lewis. Inbound goes right corner to Bowie. Double team got out of it to Kemp. Kemp last second was going to try to fire it inside. Went up on his toes. Got it to Hart, though. Now left side, Lewis to the iron. Missed it. Back iron out. Lewis tap at it. No good again.
Oh.
Ball saved on the end line by Morgan State. Now they'll push. Bozeman to the front court. Bozeman in a 1-on-3 pushes it out to Black. Black with time. 3-second differential
Clock's not moving.
Between the game clock and the shot clock. And now we get a timeout with 25.5 seconds left. Timeout from the Morgan State bench. They're asking Morgan State. They will take the extended timeout right here.
They had some issues syncing up the shot clock and the game clock there. Game clock is still, shot clock is back on now with 24 on it.
So 25.5 left here.
So there's a 1.5 differential between the two. Shot clock went off and then it came back on. That's what they're over talking about.
Yep.
I don't think it changed. Then you've got 20-some-odd seconds to match what they do.
Yeah, I would
That's
think,
a gamble. That's a real gamble.
I think they would look at Black and Childs.
You think they would consider fouling now?
I mean, if they got a ball on the spot, they would definitely. So it's been instructed.
You got to, if you're going to do it, you got to do it real early to give yourself the time on the clock.
So Morgan State will send out Black along with Bozeman, Blossom, Hubbard, and Childs.
Bossman's going to be the trigger man right in front of us.
Sent to the backcourt to Black. Black will pick it up on a bounce. Shot clock rolling, game clock rolling.
Well, they're going to hold for one, you would think, unless Marist fouls.
Black with it, being challenged by Hart. Slides his feet well. Reverts back to the right side. 11 seconds. It appears they will play for one and try and win it. Childs got it, banging hard on Kemp, draws the double team, shoots over Kemp, missed it. Rebound, Lewis contesting, bodies go down. And on the hell ball, remember, it goes back to Morgan State with 1.8 left. So a bunch of bodies went down, including Siobhan Lewis of Marist. He's okay, and Morgan State wants to call a timeout. So they will call a certain inbound call with 1.8 left to try and get a shot on the iron before we expire time here.
Well, Jeff Bauer showing the confidence in his defense, allowing them to play it down and take the one rather than foul right away. And unfortunate for Marist, like Steve said, the tie, it goes the other way. Now what do you think about doing? Well, Marist, if you're in the huddle right now, one thing you're saying is you can't foul. They're going to put the big guy Brooks probably on the ball, I would think.
Yep, just to try and obscure the vision of the inbounder.
Remember who used to do this a lot way back? I got to show my age here. A guy who's got a lot of rings now. His name was Phil Jackson. He used to do it with the Knicks, so-called windmill effect, where he'd pump all the time. But that's important now. Just obstruct the vision of who they're trying to get the ball to. Marist got a timeout left?
No, they got a bunch. So the inbound
what did you say?
come. They have a bunch. Black will inbound. You would think they would go try to get it to Childs. Inbound left of the basket. Black uses time. Black got it into Blossom. Knocked away by Bowie. We're going to go to overtime. Bowie comes up with a big defensive play at the end of regulation to force overtime at 62-62. Bowie's having himself a day. Looks like Kemp may have got a shot in the nose. In any event, we go the extra 5. So Edward, the big play by Bowie, who's been their big offensive threat today, but he stuck his paw in there off the inbound. It looked like Blossom was going to get a shot up from the right block. But Bowie got it off the inbound and knocked it out of bounds, or basically knocked it away from time.
Well, it's been Bowie's day, and he had it. And then he saw an incredible thing. He actually, when he shot the ball, this is like an old-fashioned gym with the metal rafters, it went through the 2 rafters, but it was far away from the basket, and we'll get the extra stanza.
So, everybody in the house is treated to an extra 5 minutes.
The big thing here is you got 9 fouls on the Foxes, 6 on Morgan State. But I don't know if that really hurts you because they're so bad free throw shooting. We talked about it. One of the worst.
They're shooting 67%.
Yeah.
So you don't want to foul Blossom, basically.
You know Jeff, though. He's going by his tendencies and his analytical stuff. He's going by the whole entire season. He's just not going by this game. So I don't know if even if you give him the double bonus that it actually kills you.
We will stay the same way. Kemp will jump up against Childs. Foxes go from left to right here. And again, 5 minutes up on the clock. Tap controlled, knocked to the sideline, and it will be Red Fox basketball. Trying to save it there was Black, but the Foxes will gain first possession in the extra time. Prinsloo, Bowie, Lewis, Kemp, Hart on the floor for the red-cladded Red Foxes. 62-62 at the end of regulation. Winner of this gets 7th place in the Paradise Jam. They'll aim it down, left baseline, Kemp, hook it out front to Hart, down to Prinsloo, spin, turn, shot blocked by Childs, but he gets the ball back and a foul by Black.
I'm glad Peter fought for the ball to get it back. Telegraphed the shot just a little bit. A little slow in getting it off, not a quick release.
Lewis asking for a little bit of time so he can relace one of the shoes, his right one. And at the line will be Prinsloo with a 1-on-1. That's the 7th foul of the ball game on Morgan State. The first one on Justin Black.
Looked good in those slippers yesterday, Siobhan Lewis, but today he's got the sneakers on. As if you're just joining us, did go on a boat journey to Turtle Island yesterday.
No good by Prinsloo. Kemp got it back for a second and then knocked that out of bounds. Prinsloo prior to that was 3 of 6 of the season at the free throw line. Ball back to the Bears. 4:41 remains in the extra session. We are tied at 62-62. Hubbard out there with Blossom, Black, Bozeman, and the long arm Childs, who's got the ball between the rings. Laid off on the left to Bozeman. Angling it right to Hubbard. Popping out is Blossom. Shot clock at 14. Black given room. Hedged on the screens there by Hart. He'll pull a 3. In and out. Rebound, Blossom in traffic. Hooks it in over top Prinsloo.
Awesome, fighting his way in there. Able to get the ball. Kid out of Montrose Christian, coached there by Stu Vetter, got the shot and big one.
64-62, Morgan State. Lewis turns the corner to the lane. Blocked again by Childs. Childs with that long left arm. Lead out, Black. Dislodged the ball by Bowie, who is down to get it and calls timeout. Bowie on the ground with the ball gets a timeout. And the Foxes preserve the possession.
Bowie's done everything but sell a pina coladas here at the Jam this day. Wow, good effort by him. Both these teams now, right, Dean? Are they hungry? Are they diving on the floor? Are they doing what they want to get? One in the W column.
That's 2 big plays by Bowie. The deflection off the inbound with 1.8 left and the chance for Morgan State to win. And then the diving ball and the presence of mind to get the timeout. Remember, you get an extra timeout during the overtime period. So Marist had 3 conserved, and now 4, it says up here on our stat monitor, and 2 for Morgan State, who used a bunch at the end. that. The winner of that gets third. Championship game, a couple of heavyweights, Providence and Maryland. And that game will go off at 11 p.m. Eastern time.
Maybe a little bit later now because the first game went in overtime.
Good point.
Oh, boy. How many pina coladas will you have in you by then?
I don't know. It'll be a long flight back tomorrow. Ball inbound at the heart. Prinsloo Lewis joins him with Kemp and Bowie. Khalid Hart. Hard pass, right wing. Lewis explodes on the baseline. He's being impeded by Bozeman. That's 8 fouls now on the team. 1-1 again for Marist. Marist has not done a good job free throw-wise here today. 8 of 15. And Javon Lewis is 2 for 5 after a perfect 7 for 7 yesterday.
Yep, now's the time, crunch time. When you throw out those stats, just start making them now. That's what winners do.
Lewis on the first knuckleball is good. He'll get another opportunity. Siobhan on the year at 72% accuracy. Really raised his numbers after the good performance yesterday. Got the second one as well. 2 big makes by Siobhan.
There you go, Siobhan. Beautiful.
3:31 left in overtime. Here's Bozeman in the front court, right in front of his dad's bench. Left side to Hubbard. Return between the rings to Bozeman, given a lot of room by Lewis. Out pops Childs. You would think they would try to post Childs up again on that right block.
Well, I think if they do, if I'm at him, I foul him now.
They go into Childs, backs down. Prinsloo comes over on a double team. He still aims it up and scores. Boy, he's got some shot. He can go left, or he can bring it back to the right and still shoot left-handed.
Double down at him. You can be a little bit more physical with him, though, at this point of the game. He's not, as we said, a terrible free throw shooter.
He's got 25 in the ball game. By far a new career high. Lewis crossover to the lane. Last second, he threw it way by Kemp. That was a hard pass for him to handle. Turnover on Lewis. And the turnover count. The Foxes have 12 and 9 on Morgan State. Ball back to Morgan State. 2-point lead with the ball.
Lost the handle on it. It was almost a discontinued dribble.
Childs shot it, no good. Tapped in by Black, who came in from the backside. And it's a 4-point lead now for Morgan State.
Well, you got to be a little bit more in a hurry if you're the Foxes. Possession's becoming more important when you're back down by in a two-possession game, back by 4.
Here's Hart, moving baseline right. Got caught in trouble, threw it away off a deflection. Morgan State with the ball and a lead of 4 as we get close to 2 minutes left in the extra period. Foxes need to stop here, and you know Morgan State's going to take time off the clock. Shot clock at 23. Morgan State 0-6. Foxes 0-6. Both looking for the win here at the tail end of this Paradise Jam tournament in 2013. Black killing clock. Angles to the right. Hooks it over here to Bozeman. 4 seconds remaining. They don't want to foul him on his venture to the basket. His shot no good. Kemp back tapped it. Kemp tries to save in front of the Morgan State bench. And last touch by Kemp, and that gives them a new shot clock.
Yeah, and with 91 seconds left, they're up by 4. They're going to talk about it a little bit.
So Morgan State will take a timeout right here after a back tap attempt by
Step into a world where there's no one there but the very best. No MC can tell.
I'm not saying I'm number 1. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
not only does it hurt because the other team can come down and score, but then they take all that time off the clock. So we'll see what the strategy is here. Will they elect to foul early in a 2-possession game or try and play defense? Remember, they just tried to play defense at the end of the game when Morgan State had a chance to win it. It paid off, but that was tied at the time. This is down 4.
Well, they got a whole clock to work with, so they can take it under a minute here.
Yep. Out between the rings, the toss goes to Blossom, and they'll give it to Black. Next foul on the Foxes is double bonus time for Morgan State. Black using a live dribble in front of his own bench. Looking to get away from Hart. 5-second count. As Black kept the ball in one spot off a live dribble, and Hart wouldn't let him get out of the cage, and it's a turnover.
Alert play by Hart holding that position.
Ball back to the Foxes. Prinsloo, Hart, Lewis, Kemp, and Bowie on the floor. Jeff Bauer not electing to call a timeout. Hart get it to Bowie, and Bowie could not hold on. A bad pass by Hart. He tried to corral it with the left hand, and the two teams exchanged turnovers. So the Foxes now have turned it over 3 straight trips.
So now we're back again to me say maybe a foul here, right? They got to hold possession.
Hubbard back outside, swing it to Bozeman. Out pops Blossom, or Hubbard, I should say. To Childs. Foxes are going to let him play, it appears. Now it's Hubbard aiming it down for Childs. Childs back outside on a dish. Hubbard to the 10 last second. He'll get it inside. The ball loose on the floor by Blossom, and last touch by Kemp, who tried to steal it. 8 seconds on the shot clock, 45.4 left.
Now I'm reversing myself. Now you definitely don't want to foul with 8 seconds to go. You got to get big. You got to not let him get the ball underneath in the paint.
Black throws it into Childs. Childs had his pass deflected again by Kemp out of bounds. 6 seconds on the shot clock and 43 left in overtime. Quick inbound goes to Hubbard. Dribble it out front. Not sure they're aware of the shot clock. It'll be a pump job by Bozeman, and he used the window, and it went in on a 3. 71-64, Morgan State with 35 ticks left. And a move inside by Lewis. He's sent to the deck. It goes in and a foul. Can't believe Morgan State fouled right there.
While we were away, they tossed in a 3, believe it or not, off a bank shot.
It was Blake Bozeman hit a 3 because the shot clock was dwindling down into dangerous waters. He hits the 3, and then Lewis comes the other way. He hits a running drive, fouled by Childs. Back to a 5-point deficit.
It's 71-66 right now.
Third foul on Childs. Here's Lewis, who just made 2 free throws. Good. And again, it's down to a 2-possession deficit for the Foxes. Inbound will come from Blossom. They're going to get Phil Lawrence into lineup for the first time today. Out goes Prinsloo, and that might be because of a foul situation. Well, they got Bowie.
Right. I think they probably, Phil's going to give a foul if they get it on the other side.
And they almost throw away the inbound. Saved at the last second there by Hubbard. And the ball deflected by Curry. He almost came up with a steal, and then Curry on the foul.
Good job by Curry.
Boy, the Foxes came close to getting the ball back twice on a near throwaway.
They did, but a good job there by the coaching staff. Offense, defense now. Not, you'll see Lewis come back in. Shot clock is off.
Todd Bozeman actually fell off his chair while he was watching that, and they had to pick him back up. And now he's talking to his team. And at the free throw line will be Blossom, who's 4 for 4.
Legend who's still skill coaching. Coached the likes of Tony Gonzalez as well as Jason Kidd out at California.
California Berkeley,
yeah. Cal Berkeley.
Blossom looks pure on his free throws. 4 of 8 before he started today, and he's a perfect 5 for 5, 15 points. 72-67, Morgan State. Few fans from the Baltimore area cheering on their team right behind their bench. Another free throw good. 73-67. Jeff Bauer calls a timeout. Hand at the grease board. Looks to draw up a 6-point play, but maybe get a 3-point play. Bring his team back to the bench. And we're going to take a timeout here. You're listening to Marist Basketball on the Red Fox Network.
Welcome back to the Paradise Jam. Marist needs a miracle in paradise right now, trailing 73-67 with 20.4 remaining.
It'll be their inbound on the back line.
They're in overtime against Morgan State.
Brinsley will control the inbound. Using time, got it into Hart. They relax the defense a little bit. Khalid's to the front court on the right side. Khalid dribbling, got it to Bowie, open for three. Shot an air ball. First time he's missed on a three today. Down the court goes Black. He's got a wide open Blossom underneath, but they want to kill more clock, and then Marist with the foul. With 4.7 seconds left, Morgan State at the free throw line, and they're going to garner their first win of the year. As this game went to overtime after we were tied at 62-62, and they've outscored Marist to date 11-5 in the overtime period. Free throw no good by Justin Black. Black 18 points today. He's 1 of 4 at the free throw line. TJ Curry inserted to try and get a three-point shot off. Prinsloo will go over, sit down after playing a lot of minutes today. Justin Black will get a new opportunity here, and it's good. 74-67, they inbound to Hart. He races to the front court. Hart, ball fake, then shoots a three, and it misses, goes over top the basket, and that will do it. The Foxes drop one in overtime here in the Virgin Islands, 74-67. Back with the postgame after this on the Red Fox Network.
There are few things better in life than great pizza. Thin crust, deep crust, Sicilian style, they're all terrific. But wait till you try an authentic wood-fired pizza. Crisp, fresh, and delicious, and only from Cosmo's Brick Oven. When Cosmo's makes your wood-fired pizza, they use only the best, like plump, juicy tomato.